Hello everyone, this is Q, and it's been a while since I've done a video. Someone that I spoke with today reminded me of that. So although I'm very tired, I do want to share some information that I hope you will find helpful. Also, I want to thank everyone, especially those of you who came up to me in San Antonio and said that you liked the vision book video. I got a lot of compliments on that. I really appreciate that, because I'm just talking, goofing around, but to know that someone found it helpful is more than I can ask for. So this is kind of along those same lines. Actually, a Ruby in my market, Miss Sherry Fields, put up on her Facebook, I think it was a week or two ago, a picture of my journals. So I wanted to talk to you a little bit about my journals. Long story short, when I started in Organo Gold, I was taking notes in these, your standard little, rinky-dink books that you get for a few pennies at the store. They look like they're for students because they are, and they make you feel like a student. It's hard to distinguish one book from the other, and I would grab up one book to take notes in it for Organo Gold, and it would be a book for something else. So it was very confusing and frustrating. So I upgraded to my beautiful journals. And this bookshelf right here has all of my journals. Pretty much 80% of them are for Organo Gold, but I'm so into it now that I use journals for other things as well. It's just a great way for me to organize things. And each and every journal has a different cover and a different look for a different reason. So now I know immediately when I see a book what the contents of that book are. The journals come from TJ Maxx, Ross, Marshalls, and they're relatively inexpensive to me, considering the fact that, some leather bound journals can be like $20-30. These are only like $3.99, $4.99, something like that. And they're not all leather. This is more of a cardboard type book, but I like it. But there are some very nice ones in here. And when you write your notes, like look at this one. It's so cute. I haven't written in it yet. So if you ever want to know what to get me for my birthday or Christmas, hint hint, clue. But anyway, when you finish with the journals, it's nice though, because it becomes a reference book. Okay. And then when you're walking around with it, people will ask you again, just like with the vision book, well, hey, what's that? And you can talk to them about it, and you'll look very smart. I mean, you say, it's my journal and I keep my notes in it, and people are like, oh, okay. Because most people don't do that. So again, like I said, they each have a different look. For example, this one, this white rainbow one here, this is my presentation notebook. So anytime someone is doing the presentation, I write down the notes in this book only. So when I go to the Saturday meeting, the Tuesday training, and on the opportunity calls, I always have this book with me because I'm writing down presentation stuff only. And although the presentation, you might say, well, why are you doing that? Because the presentation is just the same. Yes, the presentation skeleton is the same, but you all know that each presenter has their own little swag and their own little stamp that they put on the presentation. And so I want those little stories, those little quotes, those little nuances. I want to remember them, so I write them in the presentation book. So like, for example, I have to tell you guys this. I'm in Atlanta. Last night we had a special treat because Mr. Spencer Iverson did the presentation, and oh my gosh. He gave great content and facts, of course, because he's a former lawyer. But on top of that, he was hilarious. And then I had him in front. I mean, I laughed so hard my cheeks were hurting because he was up there doing his thing. And then I had Jean Rahman, who, if y'all know Jean Rahman, she's hilarious. So she was sitting right next to me, and I looked like a total dork, I'm sure, because I was just laughing my tail off. So don't miss the meeting, you guys, because you're missing good stuff. It's a lot of fun. But anyway, this is my presentation book. Now, another one of my favorite books is this one. This is the serious book. It's like when I pick up this book, I think I always hear like, dun, 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 or something like that. Because this is my serious book. That's why I chose the one that says Dear God on it. Because it's kind of like my OG Bible in a sense. This is where I put mentorship, mastery call, and coffee shop call notes only. So this is the real deal, nitty gritty. We're not playing notes right here. This is deep stuff. And like I said, I'm not going to go through all of these, but I will point out the pink one, because this is the book where I put my Visionary Book Club notes. And if you don't know about the Visionary Book Club, I don't know why you don't know about it. But go to visionarybookclub.com and join us on Monday nights, because it's a lot of fun. It's a great way to end Monday night, and Miss Taria Avant does an awesome job. You know, it's not about Organo Gold. It's just about self-development books, and we have, it's refreshing. It's just refreshing. But anyway, the last book I'm going to talk to you about is something I started just this week. This is my scary book. Okay? And the reason why is because this is my truth book. To be honest with you, I've not been a good student at all. They have been telling us forever to write down our goals, draw out our organization, and write down all this stuff. And I have not been doing that. I've just been taking notes on the calls and the meetings and stuff like that. But now this is like an activity / accountability book. So what I vow to do is in the morning, well, it's not always the morning, but to start the day, I'm writing down 3 things. My VIP goals: V for volume, I for income, P for pen level. Then I'm going to draw out my organization as I want it, secondly. And thirdly, I'm going to put a statement: I am so happy and grateful now that blah, 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 blah. So for the morning, I write out those 3 things, take a picture, send that to my coach. I'm not expecting anything, feedback, I'm not expecting anything. I'm just doing it to hold myself accountable so that I know I have to do it. Then throughout the day, now what I've decided to do, it's progressed from when I started a few days ago, but what I've decided to do throughout the day is keep an activity area where I write down little notes about who I sampled, who I followed up with, and all that stuff. Just notes on my activity. And then I summarize my activity. Okay? So how many did I sample? How many did I follow up with? What is the bottom line number of people that I put on the opportunity call? Ooh. What is the number of people that I had a one-on-one with, a 3-way call with? How many sales did I get? If it's a meeting night, how many guests did I have at the meeting? And those numbers tell me why I am where I am in Organo Gold for the length of time that I've been in. Take from that what you may. If you know me, you know I'm a straightforward person. I'm not trying to put on any airs or anything, but I see now why they say to write it down, because, you know, in my head, I'm like, oh, I sampled this many people, or I did this, or I did that. And because the day goes by, you think that you really did something. But if you look at it on pen and paper and you see opportunity call 0, one-on-one 0, 3-way 0, I had 0 people at the meeting with me last night. That is not the business. And putting the pen to the paper makes it a lot more real. That's why I also call it the scary book. But it's not going to be the scary book for long, because I'm not going to keep writing these numbers over and over and over again. I'm putting you guys all in my business, but yep, there it is. I got some work to do. So anyway, I measure my activity, I summarize my activity, and then I'm summarizing also my plugged in meter, so to speak. So on top of my activity, did I get on the 1 o'clock opportunity call myself? Did I get on the 9 o'clock call? Did I get on the coffee break call? Did I go to the meeting? Did I go to the Saturday training? So for example, yesterday, my plugged in metric is only 3 out of 4. I missed the 9 o'clock call. Now I missed it because I was at the meeting. I have to say that. But the bottom line is I missed it. So my plugged in measure is 3 out of 4. So I'm kind of plugged in. I'm also vowing to practice the presentation every day. And it's a lot easier since I have my presentation journal. And I'm vowing to practice the March to a Million explanation every day. If you don't know what I'm talking about, or you're not doing that, do it. You think you know this stuff in your head. You're like, oh yes, I've been to the meetings. Oh yes, I listen to the opportunity calls. But when you go to say it yourself, you can get tongue-tied. So I am definitely seeing that practicing it over and over and over again is worth it. And you can practice it in the car, wherever, it doesn't matter. But on the March to a Million, I have to tell you, if you don't know exactly, or you can't remember how it works out, depending on what market you're in, you may not have all of the trainings and all of the meetings and all of the stuff. But on YouTube, Miss Blackley was gracious enough to do a training on it. If you look up like Andrea Aston Martin Blackley, if you just type that in, it'll come up where I think it's like Dream Life Changer or something, but she explains the 10 and 2 concept very nicely, and I'll model mine after that. So definitely look that up on YouTube if you're not familiar with it. And then finally, I wrap everything up. I look up everything, and then I form a to-do list for the next day. So yeah, it goes from a half a pager in the morning to a 2-pager at night. And then I'm also sending this picture to my coach. Again, not expecting anything, just something that I said I was going to do to hold myself accountable. So this is now the scary book, but I know it's going to be the Make Me Better book. And I'm about to go into ramble mode, so I will end the video. I hope you guys found it helpful, and I'll talk to you later. All right, bye.